So the Biden administration has decided to use a law enforcement agency to decide what you can say and think. And they're, of course, going to use it to do what they've been doing for quite some time, which is to punish opponents of their rule, people who criticize the Democratic Party. Brendan Straka found out the hard way. Straka is the founder of the Walk Away movement. On January 6, 2021, he went to Washington. He never went in the Capitol, never committed any act of violence. We know that because he videotaped the whole thing. But they arrested him anyway and charged him with felonies and then threw him in jail. He just got out of home detention when he spoke to us today for an episode of Tucker Carlson Today. Listen to him describe the moment an FBI SWAT team came to his home. Watch.
Imagine my surprise on Monday, January 25th at the crack of dawn when an FBI SWAT came into my apartment, got me out of bed, and presented me with a search warrant to take my property and put me in handcuffs and told me that they were taking me to jail and that I was facing multiple felony charges for what I had done on January 6th.
No way.
100%. They took me to jail. I went through, they took all my things, my coat, my money, my things like that. And then they processed me and they took a mug shot, put me on the next, took a mug shot, printed the mug shot out, made it into a bracelet and put it on my wrist. It had my mug shot on it and a number. And then at that point, I just became a number within the jail inmate system. From there, they took me into a concrete stall, much like a shower stall. I had to take all of my clothes off. I was standing there completely naked while a stranger came, took my clothes away, came back and gave me a pair of brown underwear, a brown shirt, and an orange jumpsuit to put on. From there, they took me into a room called medical, where a nurse guard was standing there as I walked into the room, and he says to me, "I need your arm." And I said, "Why?" And he comes at me with a syringe, and he said, "All new inmates in the jail system have to take a TB test. You need to give me your arm." And the amount of trauma that's just like boiling up in me, because I'm thinking to myself, like 1 hour ago, I was sleeping peacefully in my bed. And now I'm sitting here in a jail system wearing a jumpsuit, and I have an inmate number, and I have no say whether or not this stranger is going to inject whatever substance into my body. I have no idea. So he takes my arm, slides the needle in, and it injects something which forms a bubble and tells me if it turns blue or purple, I might want to let somebody know. And from there, they took me into a room called intake evaluation, where there was this very sort of stoic military-like guy sitting there asking me questions like, are you suicidal? Have you ever been in a gang? Do you have AIDS? Have you ever had sex with a man? And then he says to me, if a fight breaks out in the jail, are you able to defend yourself? And I said, no. I don't even understand why I'm here. I was charged with a misdemeanor for disorderly conduct. In exchange, now I have no criminal record. This is a Class B misdemeanor charge, which means it's a mid-level. It's considered a petty offense. That's what the court called it, a petty offense, disorderly conduct misdemeanor. I was sentenced to 3 months of house arrest, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, mental health. I had to take mental health services. What am I forgetting here? 60 hours of community service. There were several other things. And the government actually requested, as a condition of my probation, 3-year probation, that they have the right to surveil my phone, my email, my bank accounts, my social media accounts, and my computers. They asked for the permission to surveil all of those things for the 3 years that I was on probation to ensure that they could deter me from committing another crime. And
another misdemeanor.
And, well, but this is the thing. I mean, these January 6th cases, misdemeanors are being treated like felonies. I mean, that's the punishment that I just described to you.
People are getting away with murder at scale across the country. I mean,
more than 90% of the BLM anarchists had their charges dropped entirely.
That guy's story is unbelievable. You should watch the whole hour. Nobody is putting him on TV for some reason. We only knew what was happening because he wrote a 6-page, single-space handwritten letter. And it was just so shocking. We checked the facts and they were true. You will not believe what happened to an American citizen in his own country. Brendan Straka. That is absolutely worth it.